is going on? It is Lazy Modding here, and we are going to be doing a little bit more farming up in Canada, I guess, this evening. So, we don't. I'm personally not necessarily in an ice storm, but it is quite icy and quite slick outside, so it feels like it. But I am glad I am not in Arkansas. So, I'm gonna move that over so this stream is going to be fire. Well, I hope it's not on fire, but you never know. You never know. So, so I think we are going. We'll start rolling here. We are also live in Discord as well on the stream chat stage thing, Big Bob. It is quite set up to basically where I have to basically approve anyone in. So I will keep an eye on that. So if you want to chit chat, feel free to raise your hand or whatever it asks you to do in there, and I will move you up. It just allows me to have a little bit more control over versus doing it in an open stream or something like that. So learn the lesson the hard way. So, but yeah, hopefully y'all are having a great evening and you're not getting a whole lot of ice. I know Dallas Fort Worth was a mess. We actually had our classes canceled early today, and we are already out tomorrow. So, you know. This load. Perfect. Now we can roll. So we got a bunch of corn in there. I think the augers ran out from how much is in there. So fun fact is I actually had this set up to where I was trying to make corn into dried corn, which then you would crack into cracked corn. But I had basically kind of 5 different mods working together, and needless to say, the game engine did not like that. So we stopped that one relatively quickly there. But we are gonna probably roll some CCM here and see what all. Yeah, I think I don't know. That's 3 hours for me, I think. So I was glad classes canceled. It was a Monday for sure. So why does the corn look so big coming out of the back? That's weird. But yeah, so we're basically gonna keep it fairly simple. If you guys see me doing some stuff that you're not used to seeing on streams, that is mainly due to the fact that I kind of have overhauled my Maze Plus. So there's things that are implemented that aren't in base game Maze Plus. So if y'all follow Random Sparks, that is kind of how my setup currently is that I've edited. I'm not fully done with my edit yet, but it's getting closer, and I'm trying to build it to where I can actually release it. So that's the plan anyway. But it takes a little bit of work because it's a lot of file paths. So Legistine, what's up? Hope y'all are staying safe. Welcome to the stream. I am safe at least. It's a little slippery outside. I will say it is quite chilly and quite slick. So Fast Flyer said, "Hey Lazy, howdy. Welcome to the stream," or whatever we're going to call it this evening. I'm not entirely sure. I guess it's a stream. That would be the definition term of it. So far we've already started out a lot better than we did the other night. I was thoroughly concerned if everyone that ever watched my streams just died or something, because the first 40 minutes there was not one comment So it was quite interesting, to say the least. So fill this with some corn, and we'll go make some CCM into a trailer. We got 15,000 liters. Or we might put in a bunker. I don't know. I don't actually have a open bunker, so it'll probably have to go into silo there. Make sure it's doing what it should be doing, and it is, so sweet. Yeah, that's how we are. I mean, it is just below freezing, and basically at this temp, or at the temperature that we're at, it's like the road crews can only do so much, and it hit so hard this morning that it just made everything a sheet of ice no matter where you went. So we have fed cows for this day already, but most of the time I kind of fly through winter relatively quicker, so you'll probably end up having more cows getting fed. Holy cow, this thing is so slow. And I'll have to pull the truck away because the tractor doesn't have enough power to move the actual grinder. That is odd. Yeah, that's probably a wise time to get out of Oklahoma for sure. So it says there's mouse controls, but I'm trying to figure out what mouse controls are there. It says it's this. What does this do? I don't really see anything, so. Oh. You know what? I think we're just going to try to grind right into the blower if it's going to take this long. I think that's going to be a wise move on my part here. If all the points will line up correctly. Start that tractor. So literally all that this little 6000 series does is just sit on the blower the entire year. Just kind of bounces between silo and silo depending on what I'm putting in. Huh, that works. Definitely not the most realistic, but yeah, we had, the day that we called off was pretty stupid. The day that we called off, so. We're up to 10 viewers. Let's go. Also, Squatch, if you catch this, I do apologize, but I didn't really see you were gonna stream before. I started streaming, so I said I wholeheartedly apologize because I don't like doing that, but hey, it happens. So I guess we'll go hook up to the grain cart to bring the rest of the corn over. I guess this tractor should do the trick. Thank you for the subscribe there, Tinky5M. Well, it should say something, I think. I don't know. I just use Streamlabs it's easier to transition everything over from Streamlabs instead of rebuild OBS constantly. So this is the only thing. I only use Streamlabs to literally stream this. So that's pretty much it. There it is. I knew it would show up at some point. It's almost a full grain cart. It's definitely got the tractor doing wheelies, that's for sure. Harvest came around, I actually put the articulated tractor on it instead of the 8R. It was just so heavy that it couldn't keep up with the amount of corn that was coming out of this field over here. So like, it was just like that, and like, knows how to just kind of slides. Like, definitely a little much for the 8R. I'm surprised it got through the first year of harvest, to be honest. That and grain carts are expensive, so it was actually cheaper to just buy the other tractor than it would have been to buy a different grain cart. So, oh, this sucks. Like, there's nothing for sale here. Huh. Sometimes you can find stuff on the used one, and then sometimes it just sucks. Why did that stop running? I guess it's just full. That's not even putting out what I wanted to put out. Oh, it is, I guess. It's CCM. Which one of these has storage? I can probably take it down to that last one. So this silo only end here is like the one that all the brewer's grain and everything goes in, so it should have enough room in it to do it, store most of the stuff, I hope. So if not, then yeah, probably just ag bag it. While we're waiting, we'll just put the semi in it so we can get that squared away. Probably actually need to haul some manure, but we'll wait. I do appreciate Elijah, so we're still trying to figure out some issues with it. It's got so many storage areas, and it's all kind of just weird because you can't limit a bale type to like a storage area. So like, you could have like 8 different stacks in the middle. So depending on how it goes, it might get released without the auto load or the auto object storage, and then that it will move to a release with auto storage or object storage. I've been talking to GTX, so I'm hoping we can figure out why we can't do what we want, but we'll see how it goes. You know, modders like that are fairly close, so I'm hoping that he can give me some advice on to figure it out. You would think with all the weight being in the back of this thing, it wouldn't be weighing the middle of the tractor down. But it wholeheartedly is weighing the middle of the tractor down. I think one of my next projects is going to be a roller mill. I ain't going to lie. It really pains me that everyone thinks that this is like what it is. And like this, if I didn't have to use this thing, I would not. It is not the greatest. I don't know if it's winter that makes the ground so slippery, or if it's just the fact of everything going on here that makes it slippy. Anyway, well, hopefully this silo has enough room to put everything in it. Get some CCM. I think we have enough corn to get by right now, but Yeah, well, we definitely try. So I feel like beef cattle is one area that FS lacks in. So, where did I get pinged at? So we'll see how it goes. I got a few other tricks up my sleeve that I want to try on some things too. It just depends if I get permission to release it and if there's not a big drama mess behind it. So I personally try to stay away from drama, but there's some modders out there that absolutely feast on drama and it bugs me, but that's how it is. So not much you can do. I don't think we need to feed the cows again tonight. No, we'll be good. So, part of me rebuilding, kind of like, basically what it is a very detailed animal foods add-on that you can basically just drop and it will load in custom stuff. So like animal, like the amount of food that they were intaking was just really unrealistic to how it actually is in normal beef farm life. Like, so I went in and rebuilt it. Like I have like a whole spreadsheet of just nothing but conversions to back and forth. So definitely quite a bit of work that's went into it to try to get it to be a little bit better on just production wise and setting stuff up. Like, you shouldn't have a cow eating like how it was like what 300 pounds of TMR, I think is what the conversion came out to. I was like, no, that would like blow a cow's rumic out. So yeah, that's fixed with this now. So I'm gonna keep working on it and detailing a few things, and I still gotta figure out how to do it because there's like some wonky issues, but we'll figure it out somehow or another. I'm sure of it. I didn't think I could honestly do it. Then I started getting into it, and then I keep adding new stuff. So kind of different. Reworked a few other things as well. What's something slid? I don't know what's sliding, but something's sliding. So we are going to be going to activate that up so it will. Actually, that's what needs to be activated. Not that. What the heck? Odd. Jacob, I am doing well. Also, thank you for hitting that subscribe button a few minutes ago. Elijah, basically redoing the animal food XML through a mod. Pretty much, along with a few other things on top of that. So, like, if you stick on the stream, like, long enough and, like, we go into tomorrow, when I feed cows, you'll see there's a little bit of a different ration and base game and stuff like that. So, basically just kind of using like little different concepts on things, just to make it a little bit more realistic. At least in my approach, I don't actually know like how it'll go or anything, but we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. So, I get that some people like doing stuff simple, but I don't know. If I'm gonna be like spending hours feeding cows, I don't want to be feeding forage 100% of the time. So, that's what I feel like you do a lot of in FS. So, gonna try to work our way around that. We'll see what happens. Howdy, Commander. Welcome to the stream. But like, so like, this is kind of what that screenshot had the other night. So like over here you got maize silage. Those two bays are empty. You got soybeans and then corn, brewer's grains, lime, and then hay, which the hay and maize silage can be interchanged. There's a wet and a dry blend. Wet uses the silage blend or silage. Dry blend uses hay. Rations are actually kind of different because that's how they are in real life. So like, I got the spreadsheet pulled up so I can look. But so like in the feed truck, I have like the dry bin. The dry blend actually takes more corn than in the wet blend, and there's less hay. Barely, actually. There's a little bit more hay than there would have been corn silage. But then, like, your values on, like, lime and beans go down. So, basically, if you have maize silage, it's, like, recommended to use the wet blend. But it's also completely understandable if you don't want to do it. So, basically, it makes it where you don't have to do both hay and silage. You can like get away with doing either one. So like if you have a bunch of silage stocked up and you just want to use it, you can. So I think they both have the same effect on cattle though, if I remember right. So which like I said, if y'all stick around on the stream, we'll kind of show you guys like that. It just might take a minute because I'm going to wait for this to get done grinding here. We might send this semi off to, I need to move that loader too. Go sell some slurry. I don't know how much we have sitting in this pit, but that's a semi-load. So, let's see. So, off we roll. Well, that goes. I'm not going to stick with it because it does fairly decent. So, slurry pit should have another load in it. Then we got quite a bit of manure in this pit. And then I believe the other one was getting fairly full as well. Oh, man, it is coming this way, and I don't know why. Oh, is it turning around? I guess it's just turning around. I must have. Yeah, that's my whole process there, Elijah. Like, especially like when UMRV comes out, like I don't want to have to edit the map. If I can just have a pre-built mod that I can just drop in and it just does everything I need to do, then it saves a lot of time and just a lot of resources of me sitting there editing for hours on end. So, which I'll have to make sure it works with other maps, but it adds the fill types itself and characterizes them, so I don't think there'll be any issues. What in the world is going on? Maybe it's just cycling back through. I don't know. I'll let auto drive do its thing, I guess. So, yeah, I don't know. I got different ideas. It's just a matter of what all I can actually make it do and etc. So, while you can edit a lot of stuff using XMLs, there's always got to be that limit on stuff. So, So we're gonna move that track that out of the way, and then we're gonna go down here and move the JCB. I am on Chilliwack, British Columbia by Chumpy Farmer. Still, I haven't really. I find myself anytime I play on my map Luray that I want to fix things rather than play, because it would be an epic map to do this setup on. But the problem is I have to like actually figure out how to make the map how it should be, and it seems rather difficult the last few days. So I don't even know if that map will ever see public daylight. I am definitely not a mapping person at all. I will leave that to Large H and a few of those other guys. It does to an extent. I don't know if he's put an update out for it or not. I was helping him out adding maize silage to it. Let me look here. The other day. Yeah, so if you actually download the latest update, yeah, you can. Yeah, he added it, so it's basically set up to work. Yeah, I actually have like the manure add-on thing, so like it produces manure a lot better. So like just that like little time, like it added 2,000 liters of manure in here. So like it's fairly solid on the amount of manure it produces. I wish, I don't know. I personally am not a big slurry person, like especially if you use precision farming, because it throws fertilization all off. Yeah, it gives you an extra like point or two bonus, but hey, Schultz is here. But I personally don't like it because it makes your fields look like a mess when it comes to fertilizing. Like 172, 173, and 174 was dumb as slurry. It's wonky. 160 was dumb as slurry. It looks wonky. No, like 176, it just depends on what the crop was planted. Like before I had the corn on it this, or no, it was beans this last year on it. It was basically silage corn, and I didn't have enough room for it all. So everywhere we see the green was I had to plow the silage corn down under. The same thing's gonna happen over here. So like, yeah, it's weird. I don't mind doing it on hay fields, but actual crop fields, it bugs me because like fertilizer is so dependent. So well, I do appreciate it, man. It is awesome to have people joining in for sure. So I kind of really liking the stream so far. I got a lot of people interested in it. So it definitely helps whenever you have someone to talk to. So the other night it was like solidly awkward for a few days. So, but if you guys do want to play on Chilliwack and want the Maize Plus update of it to where you can have like silage corn that makes silage corn itself and not like just normal stuff, so you don't get like whole crop or whatever it is. It is available on its itch. It is also available on namods.com. I will try to drop those in the comment section here. Tony, hello, welcome to the stream. Whoops, back and forth there. So I dropped the link to the update there in the chat. So are we still? This is gonna take all night. Holy crap! This is why I need to edit the hay buster to actually process this crap, because it takes so long. This is why I want a roller mill so bad. I just trying to find pictures to make one. It's just like impossible. Nope. We're got 10,000 liters left, so. Da, 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 da. Trying to figure out what to do with this, because I'm mixing all my feed by loader now, so I don't technically need the feed mill here. Ow, ow. That would hurt. I would not want to do that in real life. Problem is there's so much storage sitting on this thing. Man, you are missing out if you haven't played with Maize Plus. You know, in a sense, some things it makes a really big pain in the butt, but that's what I was talking about before you chatted there. Was basically I am like overhauling like what would be like the animal foods add-on or whatever it is that you can edit and add stuff to. Well, adding more than just that, so it's quite interesting to see how I could change stuff where you don't necessarily actually have to add crap to a map. You just have to add the mod to the map, or the mod to the mod folder, and activate it. I still need to figure out exactly how to add silage corn remotely, but shouldn't be too hard. I just gotta figure out how to do it. Yeah, if you use forage a lot, it's really not. But the issue is that I have is the base game TMR mixes are like nothing but forage. Like it makes me so frustrated, because like that is not how it is. Like forage and feed is two separate things. Like I don't know. I guess they do things different across the pond. That's the only thing I can think of. And I don't think Alien Paul likes me, because anytime I ask a question, he gets awfully mad at me. So I'm just kind of rolling by myself on this. So, oh, I got silage corn. I got plenty of silage corn. I know how to add it. So I'm just trying to figure out how to make it to where you can basically add the mod and add silage corn to the mod without having to edit the map. So y'all are talking about the feed ratios, huh? Let this save here. So, I have completely overhauled them too. So, I have this wonderful spreadsheet that I have been working my butt off on making tons of formulas on. So, completely overhauled the feed ratio. Completely overhauled the mixes. Overhauled the densities. And those are the mix setups there. So I know exactly how much to put in. So, and I'm keeping track of exactly how much everything's going in. So it's interesting to say the least. But yeah, basically I am working to like overhaul what should be the overhaul of the overhaul kind of thing. So we'll see how it goes. I got a lot of left to do. I'm gonna try to figure out how to add like steers and heifers and all that separately. I don't know. I don't know if I will be able to do that or not. I have never really messed around with those before, so I don't know exactly how to do it, and I don't want to take notes from broken toys. So, if you know, you know. But I'll run over here to this Peterbilt or the Kenworth feed truck here and kind of show you guys kind of like how I kind of got the setup changed here. So luckily with like Maze Plus you can edit crap. Yeah, I'm sure it's a little bit more simpler than I anticipated. The problem is how you add stuff to a map via a mod versus add stuff to a map via the map. That's where I've got like tripped up at. Like I could probably figure out how to do everything via the map fairly easy, but like it's going out of a mod folder to find a file and going back into where it should be. So it's interesting. So a little breakdown here of kind of this is the wet mix ratio. That means use silage in place of hay on it. So like you can really only required fill types are corn and silage for the wet mix, and it would be hay and corn on the dry mix. I didn't want to require everything because the amounts are so small that if you couldn't like get the ration right, it wouldn't like affect you completely. So you can add 5% of lime, soybeans, and mineral feed. Mineral feed includes of course, mineral feed. The mineral feed you can buy, and then brewers' grain silage or distillers. So I know a few script people. I've done a little scripting myself, but I'm not the greatest at it. But I guarantee you I will figure out a way how to add it. And I think I do have an idea. I just got to figure out if I can implement it correctly. I'll have to like basically just pull over like 4 mods from my Chilliwack folder to a server by itself and just test, because I added silage corn to the Chilliwack map via the map, so I can't really test like if it's working right. So but since corn, this will actually be changed to corn and CCM. I couldn't get cracked corn working correctly, so and then soybeans, you get soybeans. Lime, you put lime in. Silage, I set it up to where it's grass or maize silage. I need to change the icon to corn silage because having grass silage on there bugs me for some reason. So let's switch this to the dry beef cattle ration. Like I said, pretty much the same thing. Rations are a little different. You do put a little bit more hay in than you would if it was silage setup. So, but yeah. So I mean, wow. I could add a few more. It's just kind of tricky getting it all to work together and pulling the right fill types. So I'm hoping that I can figure out how to do this fairly good, because like I love the idea of being able to like add all this stuff. and having it all in one mod is like, so basically what we'd have to do is just have Maze Plus downloaded, because it'd be a requirement just due to everything that it adds, and then download my animal foods extension thing. And basically that would add a bunch of map edit stuff into it. So that's what I'm hoping to do. I just gotta make sure I get the scripts and everything right, so there's no errors. Right now we're good. There's no errors at all, but I've really only edited stuff so far and not actually built anything. So you never know. You never know what it might bring. So we'll see how it goes. Finally, the grain cart is empty. Now it's just gonna take the rest of the day for that to empty into the silo. So. Jonathan, that is a add-on with Maze Plus. It kind of drops down that little deal there where you can see where you got going. So, we'll see what we got going. It just depends on everything. If I have time to finish and stuff like that. So, that and like I said, I don't really have a whole lot of outside help that knows what I'm trying to do. So that is also a factor, because if I get caught up in a bunch on something, I don't really have anyone to turn to that says, hey, do you know what's wrong with this? So just a lot of different things that could go wrong to impact it. Well, I hope I finish it, because like I said, I think it's something that's really cool, that's really needed. But ultimately, I mean, I can't really just finish it. Like, I spent several hours coding everything so far, and we're just still inching our way there. So basically, I'm just trying to make it so where people don't have to edit maps and don't have the possibility to screw crap up. And then whenever you use this mod, then you add in ways you can build on top of this, etc., and file names stay the same and stuff like that. So it's like less of a chance to like mess stuff up, if that makes sense. And we still wait, and we wait some more. Go get a load of silage, brewer's grain before too long. And also cable. That is something I am trying to like look at and figure out, like to implement. Like I don't know if like that pulls from Maze Plus stuff, because I know it's like related to it somehow, but I just need to, I guess, kind of just look and figure out in a sense of like if that's edible, like on values and stuff, because you should be able to graze a couple head on grass without any issues. So I don't know. Like I said, the people that made this mod is not very happy with people editing it, but you know, we'll find out, I guess. So hopefully it works out and everything will be nice and neat how I want it to be, but we'll see. Also, I need to pull this hay trailer out of the ground. I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but that's the first time it's ever done that to me. So, what is closest? Probably that tractor's the closest to it. So, anyway, I hope that kind of helps you guys kind of explain kind of what that was. I figured y'all kind of seen the spreadsheet. We're like, what the heck? So, I'm hoping that kind of helps, and maybe I'll inspire to add a few things to it. So if you have any ideas, suggestions, let me know. I don't really want to add a whole lot of extra field types because it's not really my area of expertise on making sure that crap works. But you never know. Sometimes the jack just goes out, I guess. Realistically speaking. So. But yeah. Also, that barn there that the stock trailer's parked by, that will be also a mod that gets released probably relatively soon. I just need to make the metal on it color changeable, and it will be released probably the same. So it won't be auto load. I have not had the most enjoyable idea on auto load so far. So I don't know. To me, I only see like the need for auto load for like small square bales, not necessarily like the big round bales or big square bales. So like it's just hard for me to like build it if like I'm not doing those, and I don't really ever do those because I'm always doing big operations, not little baby ones. So I don't know. If I put the object storage in those barns, I will never use it myself. Like those barns in the back, they have it, but I just have hay stacked in there. I don't actually use it. So maybe I'm weird, maybe I'm strange, but I just don't really use it a whole lot. Take this up to the shop so I can figure out which bucket this is and sell the other bucket that's over here. Or I guess I can park right here, and whichever bucket it takes, it takes. We'll probably leave the MDS grapple. I just don't. I had 2 wheel loaders there for a hot minute when we were like having to haul a bunch of crap, but I don't know which is which. 1%, 2%. I'm gonna take that's the one with an hour of work on it. But yeah, so hopefully that kind of gives you guys a little insight on a few things. So just make it. Oh man, I thought about making like a gooseneck one that's like not paneled but like bar, but I don't know. That one didn't turn out as amazing as I wanted it to. It's got some weird issues to it, but I kind of burnt myself out on it, and it only took me like 4 days to actually make. It was adding all the configs and stuff that I've never dealt with that like took the longest part of it. So like it was so far done by the time like when I started teasing it was literally when I wrapped it up. So like it was done for a while. It was just something that I was trying to do, and then it just kind of took off. So also need to put gravel in this area since I park all the trailers here. So I'm not sure. I parked the pot trailer back there. Who knows? I might whip one up or something. It just depends on what I've going on with classes and stuff. That's my main driving factor on what I do stuff. Like, I think I'm gonna be done trying to do stuff for Mod Hub. I just don't have the patience to put up with it anymore. There's a lot of back and forth with the Tedders, so I was just like, I didn't even know they got released. So like everyone started pinging me about how they were, and I was like, how'd you get those? And then I had to go take a look, and they were released. So, yeah, it's rather interesting sometimes. So. Dun, 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 dun. Hell, if a freaking mill would ever get done grinding freaking corn, it finally is. Yay. I hope I don't. Yeah, that was a bad idea. It's probably just cheaper just not to mill the corn. Because it actually loses volume, I think. So, yeah, it's probably much more cheaper not to mill the corn. So, you know what? Just so I don't ever do that mistake again, we're just going to sell this stupid thing. Then go take our 2-wheel drive utility tractor and park it back in the shop. What is going on, Winchester? Welcome to the stream. Oh, we'll go turn off this tractor because, like I said, it does really not much but sit there, but it's got quite a few hours on it compared to what other tractors have. So, yeah. Now we can kind of skip through the day and get to the fun part of mixing rations. So we will go and sleep till 9. Hopefully there's a little bit more daylight as it gets rather dark still in the mornings a lot. Which is strange, but it works, I guess. Guess it's got to do something with longitude. Or, correction, the latitude. Don't get it from me GIS miners. So, why did that just take $13,000? Is that what that just said was $13,000? Surely not. This is so stupid. Like, you see how much money you're paying for water? Like, so stupid. That's also another thing I really hate is freaking most farms have wells. They don't buy water. I don't know if that's something I could change. So we will get to mixing up here a little bit of a wet blend match here. We'll kind of set that there. Go to the front loader. We will start getting this dude ready and rolling here. I'm going to pull up my spreadsheet because I don't have these rations completely memorized yet. Getting there, but not quite yet. Yeah. So yeah, I get that, but like, I mean, most places I know, we just run off wells. So like, you have that cost, but then like, but that is legitly like, that is like enough money to break you. Like that will get rid of any profits you have coming from cows. It is just crazy. Well, see, everything has automatic water on it. Like I don't, none of these pins have like where I have to like manually add water. Like just the add or the auto, it just automatically buys water in it. You're like, really? Is it really necessary? So I don't know if you can just not have, like, I don't know if you can just drop water from the mod or from the XML for it or what. I'm sure there's got to be some way around it, but I just don't know exactly what that way is. So we put one load of corn in, and then we tried to grab a little bit of brewer's grain and a little bit of lime. That's what I was thinking about trying to do on mine, was just ditch it. So I edited the feed bins to like where you can hold bulk. So I'm just trying to get these bays emptied out of lime and brewer's grain at this point. I mean, just use it coming out of the feed bunk or out of the feed bins, and it will save a lot of time. Let's add a little bit of lime into it. Yeah, that's something Maze Plus does not add, is lime in the feeds. So, lime check, mineral check. We add some beans, about 900 liters of beans to be exact. It's always hard trying to get precise amounts with this bucket. And we can get a little bit more. Eee. I'll be fine. Actually, I believe it's 5% the max, and adding that would be over, I think. Yeah, because it's 17. We'll roll with 317 liters. That works. Part of me wants to like do this with a skid steer, but then like the bucket's so small on a skid steer that it's like, when it comes to like corn and stuff, it would take a hot minute. The rest of everything would be fairly nice, but yeah, it is a min and max. So I was able to set that up via Maze Plus, so you don't have to be dead on the money, which is nice because, I mean, as close as you try to be in real life, you are almost never just dead on the money, unless you are practically weighing out every little bit and shoveling a lot. So, like, but now that I got everything added, now I just basically fill it with silage and off we go. So, because like, when it comes to the mineral, beans and lime, you only have to have just like a little bit in there. For it to work, we might have to go grab some from the ag bags down there. I didn't realize we were so low. That should put it close. How's it still silage? So like, I still gonna go put a couple more. Probably, yeah. About another bucket of silage in. That will level out the mix. So we'll just go pull that from the ag bags. It's easy enough. It's right there. So. Yeah, that is for sure. So I'm gonna keep doing a little bit more research to get a couple different blends as well. So it's kind of sad that like you can't, like, beef cows literally will eat the same thing as milk cows, and that's frustrating to me. But I've not really found a way to change that yet. But yeah, I'm hoping it's fairly cool. And like I said, I don't, with how the tedders and a few other things went over, I don't know exactly how popular it will be, because like, to be honest, the tedders really kind of just, I don't know, the numbers on them are not impressive at all. Like, not near worth the amount of work I put into those. But it is what it is. I can't. It's too late now. I should have just said forget Mod Hub and just PC released them. But oh well. Oh well, what can you do? So that is fed. So I can basically feed a wet blend to whatever cows need it. My steer pin, which is like the ones I'm banking on to make the most money, and also the ones that I'm tracking their feed cost. But yeah, I don't know. It's Giants is heading in a direction that a lot of us modders are not really liking. And don't be surprised when you start seeing a lot of modders just not going to Mod Hub, because there's just really not, I don't know. The incentive is just not as great as it should be. Like, I haven't looked at the numbers today. I'm sure they're still fairly close to garbage numbers, but yeah, we literally just hit 30,000 downloads on the Tedders today. So, it's frustrating, that's for sure. Just do not know. It's gets pretty frustrating, if I had to say so myself. It's like, it's constantly something. Like, they will nitpick away at crap, but then you get other mods that have clear issues and it's just fine, and I don't realize how that works, but it does, I guess. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know where I stand on how I feel about Mod Hub currently. If that gives you guys any idea. So like I said, I'll just kind of do it how I go. And exactly, that's exactly the issue. Is it's all freaking changing, and it's not changing in the interest of what it should be. Everyone wants to be like squad and not do stuff the proper way, but oh well. There's really not much you can do, I guess. So I mean, you've seen a lot of modders just stop because of that right there. Because, like, there's just... Like, I mean, you get all the work of building something really nice, then a freaking 40 poly fire truck outperforms a mod that you've had up for 2 months in 1 day. Like, does not leave a good taste. That is for definite. So, or a shopping cart, exactly. I don't. Those kids just need to play BeamNG, I guess, and just do crap on there because it is honestly frustrating. But then you have all the influencers that complain about not having certain types of mods. And you're just like, you did this to yourself. So that's why if I do submit something in the mod hub, you won't see any updates about it. Not for me. It will just show up on mod hub if it passes. That is how I adapted the tethers, and it worked out much nicer. I'll be honest with you, Goofy Goose. I make a lot more money from everything else other than mod hub. And it ain't even close. You know, to me it was just getting like Vermeer on the mod hub and getting the American tether on the mod hub. That's especially to consoles. Like, that was a big thing for me because, like, my models are not the best. I will tell you that straight out. I am not that amazing of a modeler. That's why I do buildings a lot, because no one cares about what the model looks like on a building. So, but yeah. Oh, that's my hot take. Let's see what I want to do here. Yeah, it's... I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how I stand right now. I think... You know, they get hundreds of thousands of downloads on everything they do, no matter what it is. I literally, over my 3 mods I have on the mod hub, I have 127,744 downloads. So, yeah. It's... I don't know. So technically, number-wise, only 7,000 people have either downloaded the Vermeer pack or updated it. Because it was at 23 before the update pushed out. So just a fun fact. There's still 14,000 people left behind. There's still playing with a single one. That's their loss, not mine, I guess. But just like, really? You know what? We're just going to sell this because we don't need it. And we should be able to sell all the goods out of it. So it should work out fairly well. Yep. That is weird that the TMR mix is actually cheaper than BG silage that's in this. That certainly added a lot of money to things. You get more money from what I sold in it than I did to the actual building. It should. I'm pretty sure the updates do. I'm pretty. That's how at least I understood it coming from a few other people. That's why some of them they update so often because it increases all their download numbers. I guess is what, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't really care, to be honest. Most of the funds coming from Giants anyway will be donated, so it works better for me that way. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how BC Bueller and South Sask are putting up with it, to be honest. I'm sure Giants is going to nitpick the crap out of that map. And I'm going to feel bad because that is a fantastic looking map. What am I doing? Yeah, I could swear someone the other day told me that the downloads counted as new numbers, but I don't know. I don't really care, like I said. I'm getting to that point to where I'm just like, you know what, it's not worth it. So I'll just focus on what I do now and just leave it. So most people that might use my mods anyway are PC users, so it really doesn't. It's really not even that big of a. Not even really that big of a thing to me to be on console. We're going to eat through this silage pretty quick, so we'll just try to do 2 loads today. If not, we can just go pull some out of the pile down there. So I did like 1.5 million liters of silage, so like we should be fairly set till go. I'm just kind of trying to see how much silage and other resources it takes to do this many head of steers, and is it worth it from a price point of buying them and then raising them up for 6 months and selling them, if there's decent profit in that or not. But we'll find out. So we'll just put that truck there because we'll have to come back to it because we're going to make some load up here. We'll take a look here. could use some moisture food. Can't remember exactly what moisture. Might be cheaper to just feed them straight moisture food instead of. Yeah, it'd be easier to do it that way. I'm putting a mix together and using other resources. And that should serve those cows for a while. Hopefully, they'll should be having calves in March. I hope so. I have put a lot of money into these cows, so. So we'll go here and grab a bucket load of corn. Oops, I did not mean to grab hay. Do you see, I built this setup up. Most of it's actually mods from me, but these commodity barns are from western Iowa, but I have some. They're just not as nice. Oh, come on. This is where a skid steer would be really nice. I even have a joystick, so like it's not near as glitchy. That will work. Cable. I mean, technically you should just be able to like set the windrow like option on the tedders to where you can just like have it ted it straight to hay from the very first shot instead of tedding it 4 times. But yeah, completely understand what you're meaning there. Which actually I think that's something I could actually work over. that would absolutely make people not happy. But oh yeah, that is something I could technically work over. Actually, this doesn't mention alfalfa, so you might actually have to do it twice. But yeah, that is definitely something that I like. I don't know. I just hit Y just to take it from directly from grass to hay. So I wish things would just auto dry with air. It'd make life so much easier. With too much beans there. Perfect. So I do plan on trying to build a indoor commodity building that will like have a drop down in it. So like you'll have, I think I'm going to try to aim for like 7 or 8 bays in it. And then the truck will be like lower down. So like the concrete will be like basically up to where that fold line is. So then like you can load with a skid steer much easier. Just to make it a little realistic to some other ones. Well, seasons when it comes to FS22 took a massive L in terms of. So hot take, anything Giants takes for themselves to implement, they make it 10 times worse than it was. That is my hot take of the day right there. Because that is exactly what happens every freaking time. Precision farming isn't horrible, but it is still not near what it was. Like soil compaction and all that crap. It's, yeah. And then like got rid of like rotting hay and drying grass. Like that is literally one of the few reasons why I even used seasons in 19 and 17 for that matter. Yeah, I just swear to gosh, Giants intentionally makes themselves get worse every game release. And expects modders to fix everything for them. But literally no one knows how to make the grass dry. Like, several people have looked at it and they're just like, we don't know how to do this. I'd love to figure out how to implement it, but I don't have a freaking clue how to. I think with like the thing I'm doing, I'm going to try to see if I can't figure out how to make corn stalks like built into it as well. I think there's a way, I just got to figure out how to do it. But Yeah. But then the issue you have with that is like if it overlaps any, like it makes some really weird um, inroad or like laps around for sure. What am I lacking here? Oh, beans are over what they should be. Okay. Some silage will fix that. Yeah, no. He did an amazing job on that swather. I run 2 of them on this farm. But like, and love the idea that he did, because if you don't use Maize Plus, then it works perfect. But yeah, it's so I just use his mowers or the swathers, and I just hit it with the tedder to make it truly hay, and just roll with it that way. It saves me time, I guess. So. Yeah, it is, but yeah. Basically, I have to with Maize Plus, sadly, because that's just how it works with. Well, it might. I don't know. We'll find the swathers and look real quick. Oh no, you can. So with the swathers, you can take it and make it hay. I might have to start doing that. I think I forgot about it because I was trying to basically promo the tedder, so like I was trying to get screenshots of it and stuff and just forgot. Trying to help people export a mod out of an i3D to at the same time I was doing a stream. That's always wonderful. Go here and turn this belt off. So it don't really need to be running. And we'll go pull from the silage pits down there. Won't hurt anything to empty those out down there and just get rid of those hag bags. Yeah, you can basically turn it on and off. And like, so like, the mower head has a option on it to where you can condition the hay, which is like one tedding level, and then he basically built a tedder into a secondary attachment for it, so you can automatically ted the hay as you go. And then with Maize Plus, mowers have the option to condition the hay, which is stage 1 of the tedding process. So, but yeah, you can kind of turn it on and off. Also need to figure out why the effects are not working like how they should. It's like it's unloading right now. I just don't know why it's not working how it should. Yeah, Maze Plus can certainly do that for sure. So I don't know. It should be fairly easy to make it. This is Retro Mod's feed truck. For what I want to do, I have to rebuild the mixer, and I don't know if I have the patience to do that or not. Plus, he did a really good job on it, so hopefully he'll release it public one of these days. Because the truck I was working on, it's 4D moddings, or the mixer is anyway, and they're not really fond of other people releasing their work, and plus it's a Euro mixer anyway, so I just was like, eh. So we will, I guess, empty out these ag bags here. At least the tip bucket makes it super quick to... What the freak? Well, if you clearly just don't miss the truck, it makes it easy to load. Huh, that was strange. What map is it, Goofy Goose, if you don't mind me asking? It is a edit of, I think, CR Modding's loader, I think. Or at least it was in his Discord, and made a few changes to it. I edit a lot of my crap because there's just little small things I don't like. It's better than the other John Deere loader that's out there floating around. It has some wonky issues going. This one does not have those. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the map I keep telling myself to go look at and rebuild, but I have not had the patience or the will to want to. Because I've honestly never even played Ashland Corners, so don't know how much of a mess it is, but it's also one of those things I don't know if I actually want to go and rebuild or not. I just want to get to Luray to where I can basically get it set up to where I can at least play on it fairly good. Bag, yeah, likes to move around, it looks like. Yeah, I can understand. That's kind of how I feel on the Laramie map. Is it reminds me a lot of home. It's not flat, but it's not horribly hilly, and beans, corn, and cows. So hopefully, hopefully one of these days I can just sit down and just finish it. So if I can get this add-on mod working right, that will save me a lot of issues because I don't have to build all that on the map. But whatever's up to you, Rainy, I don't care. I'll actually switch back over to there so I can actually look at it. I'll actually unmute myself so I can actually talk on the stage. Forgot I even had myself muted in there. Feel bad for anyone else that joined that I was muted. If so, I have to deeply apologize. I just had no clue that I was actually muted. So. Should be good to go now, Rainy. I apologize for that. Why is this not working? Should be good to go now, Rainy. I think. I don't know. Okay. Discord's had some weird issues. Hopefully I can hear. I don't know. Might not be set to the right speakers. It says so.
Have you been, old friend? It's been a while.
Oh, there you are. Finally, I can hear you. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. That's for sure.
Yeah, I've been working actually with a modding outfit actually.
Ah, nice, nice.
Oh yeah.
Well.
We're actually getting some stuff ready for release here soon.
Nice, nice. That's always a good thing.
Oh yeah. You might have to break out a 4X map for what I'm working on. Actually working on getting a pair of older Steiger Tigers and I think a good Panther as well.
Nice.
400 horse Steigers.
I'll be something nice to have. That's for sure.
Not very many old Steigers in FS anymore. A lot of them are the European versions and the Australian versions compared to what we have now.
Yeah, well, I think that comes with how it's been going for American modders and FS anyway.
See, what's a shame is you get all these guys who are just absolutely unbelievably amazing, and the public, and I know you've experienced this because you have a large following yourself. At this point in the game, I am a nobody nowadays.
Yeah, that's how I was for 17 and 19, so don't feel too bad.
Of course, I mean, I ran personally with the likes of serious mods, so I was always overshadowed by him, but he taught me a lot.
Yeah.
So I was really, truly blessed with having uh, the opportunity to work with serious mods and his group of guys that he originally was a part of. Oh, we
Yeah.
actually had someone else join the stage here in the Discord.
Yeah, we had a, which I kind of had myself muted on, and I didn't even realize it. So like, yeah, I don't know if there's actually more people that have joined that just left because like no one was actually talking or what. So
I got the notification on my phone that you were live, and I was like, oh, I wasn't doing anything. I haven't even loaded FS all day.
yeah, I was doing homework most of the afternoon trying to get it done so I didn't have to worry about it tomorrow. Just take tomorrow off.
Well, I mean, tomorrow, just about everybody everywhere in our area is going to be closed anyway.
Yeah, well, we went for about half the day today, and then it just got too much. So
Fair enough.
and then the one class I have yesterday, we were supposed to have a guest speaker in person. So instead of trying to get lecture set up, he just says like, you know what, we're just not gonna have class. So it works.
Right. Of course, me being a diesel mechanic, granted, yes, there's always a need for guys in my profession. The outfits that I'm contracted to don't really want to do anything right now because of the threat of the severe weather.
Yeah, it pains me how people just will not figure out the basic stuff when it comes to modding. Like, if you don't have the i3D or if you can't export as i3D, you need the i3D exporter.
Of course. And
Like,
just like how the Giants modding for SC with Blender for both SCS and Giants has two completely different plugins. You can run them in tandem. I know guys who do it, but it's just a lot easier to use a one-step back version of Blender for SCS stuff and then use your current version for FS. That's the way I do it.
screw
Been
it.
dabbling on Blender here lately.
Everyone just switched to Unreal Engine. Then we don't have to deal with freaking i3D crap. We can just OBJ and FBX it and be just fine. That would save so much time.
It would.
But Giants won't ever do that. Their whole reason is so they can claim every mod as theirs since it's the i3D format.
I don't know much about modding for GTA, but isn't that the same format that GTA uses?
I don't know. I have not really. I
If anyone knows that answer to my question, would be awesome.
yeah. Yeah, I don't honestly know actually, and I think you're actually relatively quiet. Um,
Who, me?
yeah, because I had the headphone audio down. Trying to figure out application audio capture. Ooh,
It may be my mic.
let's go. No, well, you're loud on my end. I was just about talking about the stream audio going out. But you should be fine. They recently released an update to Streamlabs to where you can pull actual application audio instead of just having
Hang
plain
on one
audio
sec.
out.
I'll be right back.
All good.
Sorry to interrupt you. I got a phone call.
You're good. That would have been something nice to have. Dun, 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 dun. It's always fun trying to teach people crap, I guess. Goofy Goose, I just doing. Yeah, West By is quite hilly. A little bit too hilly for my opinion, but yeah, it is what it is. MB Farms did an amazing job on it, and he's been doing an amazing job on Autumn Oaks, so really can't wait. So hopefully we'll have some pretty good maps coming out here before too long. Between UMRV, which I don't know how I feel about it yet. I hated UMRV in 19. Loved it in 17, but hated it in 19. So I'm hoping it's done right this time and not half done. But like I said, it will be what it is. There's not really much you can do. So the only way I can change that is if I do mapping myself, and I do not enjoy it. Do not enjoy it at all. So. And there's another load of silage. That should probably be about it. That should last us for a hot minute for a while anyway. Oof. Brakes did not engage. At least silage, you can stack it up pretty good in a. And thing with Kansas is it is a very it's a very different state, because a lot of the ag in itself just goes directly to feedlot. Like, when it comes like grain exchange and stuff, there's not a ton of it. Because, like, I mean, beans and corn, it just kind of gets recycled around into soybeans, become bean pellets and everything like that. So, cable, it will, they won't come out. Not with the plans they've released. It will. I'm hoping that they will hold on to FS22 for hopefully like 4 years. I wish they would just keep improving it instead of rebuilding from scratch. Like, look at ATS and all that. Like, they don't have to release a whole new game every 2 years. Like, I don't know. I like the idea that they postponed 22 by a year for sure. But I'm hoping we don't see one until it's like FS25 or something. That's what I'm hoping, but we'll see if it happens or not. But no, I don't think we'll see one this year, not with what they've came out with. I'm really hoping they'll let FS22 sit for a while. At least that's the plan anyway. Do not know who you are and you have no identification, so you are just going to get denied. So, whoops, did not mean to hit that button. Find the wheel loader and dump that silage in the one of the pins. Yeah, I don't. There's really no reason to completely rebuild a game every 2-3 years. Like, they have so much they can improve on in 22 that it'd be stupid to rebuild a game already. But I mean, just like from a modder standpoint, like, to have to completely restart how you do mods every 2 years absolutely sucks. Like, it's one of the things why so many modders will die on transitions, because you gotta, a lot of things just, you gotta rebuild all the way from scratch, and it's just not worth it in my opinion. But that's just me. Other people have their opinions, and I respect it. But in the same sense, I'd like them to respect mine. So, like, when we're talking like really outdated, like, game engines just don't go outdated after 2-3 years. Like, sure, they get upgraded, but like, technically you don't necessarily have to rebuild a game to upgrade a game engine. Like, looking at like Unreal and stuff, like, you can basically set it up to where Unreal, it is as features instead of like where you have to like rebuild. Like, if you have an After Effects file that you've been working on for 10 years, like, when you download a new After Effects, it isn't going to reset everything in that file. And I don't get why we have to do that in FS. Just keep one version and just keep building at it. You know, add things that people want and just go from there. it is what it is. They're not gonna listen to. Very few people they'll actually listen to. And unfortunately, it is very few people in North America that they will listen to. Because I guess over in Europe they don't really have hay drying, so I don't I don't know how that's not a thing, but it just isn't apparently. So I don't get half the crap that gets done, but it is what it is. Can't do much about it. So it's just like how life is. Life is life. You can't. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. So you can't really go and change it all the time. So, which in itself is understandable. I guess we'll haul some manure. I don't want to use this truck because it's too nice to haul manure, but okay. Yeah, I'll let him know when he gets back on. This is why we have that really old Kenworth that looks garbage compared to Big Red and Big Blue. We call that guy Old Whitey over there. Job is literally to haul poo, whether it be solid or liquid. That is, it might get put on a trailer during harvest time, but it will more than likely just sit on doing this stuff. So. Take this trailer and try to whip it around the shed here. So I already got course play set up, or auto drive set up for that one pit over there, but we don't have it for this pit yet. And since we already have basically waypoints already sitting over here, I'm hoping it's fairly easy to get it set up how it needs to be. Of course, auto drive is certainly my friend anymore. It saves me a lot of time. Ah, man. Go back, delete it. Delete that waypoint. I am currently in Oklahoma, so that is where I generally reside at for most cases. Not gonna argue if that's the only amount of field that we cut into.
Whew, I'm back. Midnight Frost. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Wow, we got a lot of Arkansans in the chat. We representing up in here tonight.
I wouldn't necessarily say ice storms, but it's it is certainly slick outside. very, very slick outside.
Instead of Slick Rainy, call me Slick Rick. Yo, I had to.
It's more like sleeting rainy.
Nah, touche.
Sorry, just had to. Oh, I don't want to get that started again because that ended everything on a bad note last time we did that stuff. Too many people got offended.
Don't get me started on offensive stuff. Either way, I'm representing in the chat from Southwest Arkansas, so let's go.
We are on snow number 11 by now. I swear, if everything we got in winter precipitation was snow, we'd have like 4 feet of snow at this rate. Like, it's just constantly ice, and it sucks because ice sucks. I can handle snow. I hate ice.
See, I think that if we were to tally everything, y'all still have more than us. I'm referring to you, Lazy.
Yeah, probably. We're a little bit more northern, so we get a little bit colder air.
Well, you're like right smack dab in the middle of Oklahoma.
Yeah, we get like everything.
You're less
Just-
than 4 hours from me.
So, yeah, not too far.
Like, yo, what I want to know is how. Like, the lowest temp we've had was 9 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is here, like I said, Southwest Arkansas. Lowest temp is was like 9 degrees Fahrenheit. And then like the average high, even today, the highest it got was 40.
Oh, we didn't make it. We didn't even make it past 22 degrees today.
See, and that stuff is going to be here within the next 2 hours.
Rest in peace.
2 to 3.
So, fun fact, Cable. It actually varies on how much. It depends on how cold it is and how much moisture is in the air. On the inch to foot ratio on snow.
It's close, give or take.
It depends where you're at. Up north, a lot more drier, powdery snow. South states, a lot more wet and heavy snow. So, like up north, we'll have a higher elevation or higher amount of snow per inch of water than south.
Thus making it where idiots who can't drive can no longer drive accurately. Thus making it even more dangerous.
More the fact that people already seem like they can't drive, and then you add anything else into the mix, and then you add snow and ice in the mix, and then they really, really can't drive.
Fair enough.
Like, I have to get out and work a basketball game tomorrow that I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. But at the same time, like, the crowd's going to be dead empty because it is so iced over.
Yeah. I wouldn't bet on it happening, though.
They made it free for all the fans to get in. So if you make it, you don't have to pay to get in. But you got to make it. So it's interesting. I'm hoping they cancel, but I don't know.
I don't know. You'll have to let me know how that works out.
Yeah. I will. I've already had most of the day off, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. See, Midnight Frost. The issue is y'all are used to the cold up there. Well, if you had some of the summer temperatures that we get, that would be like us working like how cold it is up there. Like bucking straw bales in 115-degree temperatures is that'll make some character out of you. That's for sure.
Make you break out extra pair of thermal underwear too. That's about right for us.
It to 104 in the summer.
That's about right for us.
What part of Canada are you in? Holy crap.
I mean, I would believe it if he was closer to the Dakotas.
Yeah.
Montana and the Dakotas, I would believe that.
Maybe that's like a rare case is like 104. Like that's fairly normal through June, July, August. Heck, even into September.
Especially for us.
This is why I like auto drive so much, so I don't have to sit here and baby surmise all day long.
Like, we're actually genuinely curious of what part of southern Canada.
I mean, like, you don't gotta like give us your address or anything, but like, I was just kind of curious.
No, just like a general area, like Province, maybe. Would be.
Well, see, the Provinces go so far north that it could really be anywhere.
That's true. I forgot. Okay.
That makes sense.
Oh, Alberta, prairie side of Alberta. Yeah. That definitely makes sense. Okay. Point well taken. We got you on that one. You can have fun with that. And yeah, just you can gladly keep your freezing cold too. We'll gladly Arkansans will gladly FedEx that back to you.
Yeah. Since Cable mentioned Montana, I need to watch the newest episode of Yellowstone. Paramount's been playing with my feelings lately, like releasing like one show every other week or something.
Well, how do you think I feel about Wednesday? I don't like the fact that yes, it's based off of the Wednesday Addams.
Oh, I thought you would have meant like the day Wednesday. I was like,
I think you would find it very interesting, actually.
You know, like Fire Country is supposed to be on like every Friday night. Well, it wasn't this last Friday, and it annoyed me. And it's sad. That's a good show. That and I just don't know what to watch on TV anymore. Everything becomes so freaking political.
I just wish they would quit running reruns of Longmire so I can actually get some good new episodes of Longmire. Really wish that show was still around. That was my show. Longmire and the Mayans.
Yeah, kind of. I wonder kind of what like, cause like I mean they never really like said they were like stopping it, but like they never really confirmed that they're gonna start doing it again either. So I don't know. Yeah, Longmire was a good show for sure.
Oh yeah.
But it also has like 8 seasons or something. So like it was getting towards its end of, especially with it being a Netflix thing.
True. But it didn't start on Netflix, though. It actually started on USA.
So, it probably had more success being on Netflix, though.
Fair enough.
Wish John Wayne was still around. I think everyone
Amen.
does.
Yeah, agreed. Him and Johnny Cash, let me tell you. And Chris Ledoux.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the tires on this truck. Time they're in the shade,
What do
they
you mean?
have a weird color to them.
Let me take a look at them.
Like I can't get it to like do it again, but like on the corner back there, it like had a weird glow to it. It's not like it's not missing. It's like the shadow box, but
I see what you're talking about.
I don't know.
Was that 7Ls? Or the one from North Dakota?
I think it's North Dakota.
I haven't looked at. I haven't really used it that much. I've been rocking a W990.
Yeah, right now everything mine is all Kenworth, so I ain't gonna complain. I do want a really good 389 though, or a 379
There,
or whatever freaking Peterbilt at this point. But
do you follow Roughneck Modding Crew on Facebook?
yeah,
Okay. That's my big spoiler of who I've been working with. That 389, I can't confirm or deny, but it's in the pipeline of one of many things that is in the works.
that will be nice.
My Steigers that I'm working on were originally done by Roughneck Guy of RMC back for 2019. Those, we are going to be revamping them. I'm working on doing some retexturing and some minor edits and fixes to it. And then I think closer to the beginning of March is the release date area. I can't give specifics because I'm not even done with them. I haven't even touched them this week. But the target point is the beginning of March for those. So y'all heard it here, folks. Yes, Midnight, the good oil field mods, yes. I work with those guys. It's an honor to work with them. And on occasion, when he lets me, Lazy E.
Yeah, I don't work with a whole lot of people very often. I am very
When you let me give opinions.
very solo.
And go, hey, you just messed up.
I don't even. Heck, I don't even use other people's 10 textures anymore. The ones I did are mine. So,
The ones you did are. I really am really wanting that red iron, though. That old red iron shed that you did in 19.
Oh, yeah,
I'm going to continue begging you for that one.
I don't want to do the shop doors. Because I need to make my own, but because I'm tired of dealing with other people having credit issues. So
well, doors are not that hard.
making them is not that hard. Animating them is where it gets a little tricky.
You don't necessarily have to use the same animations or even same doors.
Oh, I've been planning on trying to redo, like make my own for a while now. I just haven't really got around to doing it because I haven't had any buildings that I've wanted to do them on.
Okay. I'm gonna point this out here. Chris Ledoux, I'd say, was more king of country than George Strait. I'm gonna have to disagree on that one. If we're gonna say who the king of country is, I'm sorry, Hank Senior, undisputed.
It
Hank
really
Williams Senior,
it
undisputed.
it depends on
Changed
what
my mind.
generation you're talking about.
All time country,
All time country,
Hank
yeah.
Senior,
More
undisputed
recent,
king of country.
more recent. I gotta go with straight. Or here's a hot take: Zach Bryan all the way.
Well, for the 2020 and recent like today, then yeah, I'll give you that. Zach Bryan. I mean, that's even disputable, honestly.
Uh, I listen to more Zach Bryan, Tyler Childress, and all those guys. Probably more than I have actual like the normal country artist anymore. Which I mean, I would pretty much say that they're normal at this rate. I don't know. I don't ever really listen to the radio anymore, so like I can't. I don't know if they're on the
Mm-hmm.
radio a whole lot, but because I stream pretty much everything, whether it be Spotify or Apple Music. But
Ooh, Midnight Frost back with the Coulter Wall. Let's go.
okay, maybe country, but cowboy country. Yeah, I'd have to agree to that. There's different subgenres within the genre of country.
Well, and that's just like how you have glam metal and hair metal, thrash, your full on heavy, and then your classic British hair metal and British metal. Yeah, you're right on that one. But yeah, I've really come to like Coulter Wall. All these guys are really great guys. All these newer guys. And then, have you heard this song by her name is Royal Lynn? That
I
it's
have not.
called Runs in the Water. You need to check her out. She it mm, it is she is really good. Both in I mean she's talented and actually pretty good looking. I'll give her that too. She's from Georgia, I think. Somewhere out that way. But yeah, her name is Royal Lynn. I've come to really like her. And I think the attacher joint on that truck is just a little bit too high for that trailer.
It honestly might be the trailer. I don't fit. I don't know. The plate sits right with it. I mean, the trailer sits relatively low.
Yeah,
Speaking
but
to other
here's
trailers.
the big issue that I have with certain trailers in FS is it's not the trailer itself or the axle spacing. It's more or less the height of the rear suspension of the tractor that you're using,
Yeah.
which to me for a T600 that's really tall.
Yeah.
Of course,
It
it's
doesn't.
also running. He also Dylan in North Dakota actually put uh 24 fives it looks like on there.
Well, that I think it also looks high because the trailer is so short.
Well, I'm talking about
but
frame-wise.
yeah, yeah, it sits pretty up there. Which I mean, I don't. It doesn't look bad, but I mean, like you like take a look at like the
Okay,
T800 here,
so
and it sits a little lower.
Midnight's over here, like, T800 is the best working truck out there. That's mostly all what y'all have up there, though, is the T8s and the C500s. Fuel economy wise, yeah, the T8s, they. Let me tell you.
Pack cars. Or do those have cats in them?
Depends. They had them come with Cummins, PACCAR. They're available with Cummins, PACCAR, and reman cats.
Oh, that's what I was meaning was Cummins, not cats.
Yeah.
So this guy just chilling in our Discord server, just not talking to us.
Well, that's because we're in the stream stage, remember?
Oh, well, I didn't even recognize who he was. Your profile picture kind of throws me for a loop there, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Ooh, try drive. Let's go.
But that's like typically what you see from a Canadian truck. Like,
Not necessarily. You also see twin seer C5s. Which, once again, I can't give away, I can't give away secrets.
don't give it away, Rainey. You don't want to
It's
ruin
been
the
hinted
partnership.
already. It's been hinted
Well,
already. That's as far as I can go.
just hope you know that you're not the best. Like, you can hold secrets by not telling them out loud, but giving away hints, you're not the greatest out there, Rainey.
But I don't care. As the guy who's doing the Steigers, the Titans, and the 9380 cases, as well as the KP 570s and 470 Steigers, those are coming to FS22 under RMC. I am the mastermind behind those jokers, so y'all will be seeing those very soon. I look forward to having something out at least for 22 that's not broached entirely.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my next mod will be, to be honest with you. It depends if I decide to release those barns without object storage, which is a solid possibility. Just because GTX doesn't have it functioning exactly how I want it to be working. Which that's not on him. It's just hard to code what needs to be coded. But
I'm trying to think of which ones.
guess I need to look at itch and see if there's been any mods get posted anywhere. Feed.
You're getting sidetracked.
Who, me?
Yes.
I just randomly browse to see if there's anything new posted. I'm not too worried about it.
Oof, Midnight with that gorgeous T8 twin steer. Let's go.
As long as we don't get into a debate about tractor brands, things should stay civil. You are correct, Amendeo.
Now, you can't go wrong with Kenworth and Western Star and Mack as vocational trucks. Those are the ones that have their niche. And they're all just...
Mac we can pass on. It depends what
I don't
map we're
know.
talking.
If we're talking the older ones, like the RDs, the Bs, the superliners, then that's an undebatable thing because they're vocational built. They're severe duties. Just like the 122 SDs from Freightliner, which is the newest Freightliner to replace, I think it was the Coronado, which replaced the Classic XL and the Classic, which replaced the FLD 120 and the FLC.
We can. Old is good. But the new ones, dot, dot, dot. I feel that.
If you can run a freedom encouragement through the block and still crank it, and it still run properly, just like the older ones, then yes. New ones, don't even try it. Ooh. Ooh. Was that a T880 that you posted in there midnight? Spicy. Municipal trucks are going to be always at the lower end of the spectrum for driving and for just general purpose. They're, like I said, they're going to be at the lower end of the spectrum.
Howdy, Ford 9700.
Yo.
This is like the roughest part about winter is just not being able to do anything because it's so slow.
I feel that.
I really not the biggest fan when it comes to winter in FS.
I feel that on the IRL side also.
Winter farming, there's things to do. I wish that's what I was doing right now than to be sitting here, to be completely honest. But here we are. Can't really change that now.
I'm still waiting on parts to clear customs from Canada. And it's been 3 weeks.
You might not be seeing those parts.
At least until the beginning of February. If that. Because they're electronic parts too.
What isn't this these days anymore?
It's actually electronic parts for an 8950 case.
Ah.
Yeah.
That'll do her. Winter farming is mainly feeding cows. You are extremely correct in building fence.
And yelling at the cows as they get out of said open fence.
Yeah. Which you don't have to worry about that in FS.
Right? Granted, it would add so much to the game, too. You'd have a ton of people sitting there cussing at their computers at the digital cows.
Yeah. See, I could spread lime and stuff if I wanted to, but realistically, I wouldn't put it on this early, so it's not really doing it, so. Yeah, you know what? We'll make today's wages off of manure cells. Why not?
Is it still raining up there for you?
It wasn't earlier, but that doesn't mean anything. It's been kind of wonky the last few days. Or
I was
the
just
last
trying to
few
get
hours.
I was just trying to get a time frame on when it was going to rain again down here.
So it should just kind of be on the backside. We don't really have any.
Of course, they're calling for rain for us for the next 4 days.
Yeah, they also redid our winter weather advisory so it doesn't expire till noon tomorrow. Additional sleet accumulations to 1/4 inch and ice accumulations up to 2/10 of an inch. Wonderful.
Ew.
Well, folks, I think I am pretty much done for the stream. It's been 2.5 hours now, so if you've been on here the entire time, you can probably hear my voice is like getting to the point of where we're gonna be done for the night. So
And solid boredom because it's winter.
yeah, I don't think y'all are enjoying watching me haul manure because I feel like that's all I did this entire stream. One of these days I might just say ditch the FS stream and just model or mod as I do stuff. But yeah, I think that's gonna be a wrap on this stream. So hopefully y'all have had an enjoyable time. We've kept 10 or more viewers most of the videos, so I'm quite pleased with that, and pretty good and solid comment engagement section. So been awesome. You guys made it a lot more enjoyable because honestly I was not really expecting going more than an hour, so to 2.5 times that is pretty good. So I will.
It's been a while since you've done a long stream.
I did an hour and a half the other night.
I know.
Just depends on the mood of the people. Like, if no one's commenting or anything, then I don't really care a whole lot to do much. So, I'm pretty sure I broke this camera. Not sure what just happened there, but yeah. So, anyway, we will see y'all around next time. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. We'll catch y'all next time. Adios.
Be sure to like and follow his Facebook page too.
Yeah, that. We're also close to 5,000 followers there. So if I can only have one of every 5 of those people just subscribe